What's up? alexy1 here again, playing YARDBIRD. And we play this guy very much. It's just like a lot. But we'll see what happens this time. Oh man, I forgot. I wanted to play the Sicilian. I just forgot. So sorry. I'll try something different next time. Well, I'll do something different now. But yeah, I don't know any of this. I have played this, but yeah, don't know. I think I can take on e4. I just don't know if I have to go b5 first. I think I have to. Or maybe not. No, probably not. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe now he has the extra choice of going bishop d5 or something. This is still relatively known. Well, to me at least. This is the open Spanish. So I knew c3 was a move there. And knight bd2, but I have a feeling I have to go knight c5. I have seen this before. I've played this in the Dutch Open Championships. Closed. I mean, closed championships. Youth. But that's a long time ago. It's like 7 years ago or something. I haven't looked at it since, so I'm a bit rusty here. Maybe I shouldn't have played knight c5. Maybe bishop c5. I don't know. Either bishop c5 or knight c5, I think. Or maybe I'm just mistaken. I don't know. I do know c3 was the main move here. Yeah, this is probably not a normal move since I don't know this queen e2 move, and I don't recognize it anyways. Okay, so I think no, I still don't have to take. I can castle. So I know there's a line where you can push d4 here, but it's probably not in this direct variation. Ideally I want to take on b3, move my knight away, play c5 and move my knight back, but I don't think I have the time for that. Well, now I have to take, because otherwise this pawn is falling. And now this knight has to go somewhere. Probably knight b8 or something. Oh, but knight b8, knight takes b5, yeah. That's annoying. So maybe knight b4. So next move is c5 if I get the chance. If he isn't threatening anything, or I don't know. c5 seems nice enough. If knight d4, still c5. I said knight d4. I didn't mean this knight e4. So he's going to c5, I guess. I can't take because the pawn is pinned, of course. This move might be good since I'm indirectly attacking c2 here. Yeah, I think I'm winning a pawn now, aren't I? Because if c3 I can just take on e4 and then take back on b4. Even I can even let that pawn stand there, because then he's got a triple pawn. I don't know if he goes c3 here. I think knight c5. I'm still gonna take on c2. The knight, I guess, and then take on e3. Well, maybe knight c5, knight takes c2, rook takes a6. So I think if he plays knight c5, I'm gonna take with the bishop on c2. Yeah. Because if I were to take with the knight, he can take on a6. Now I guess I should go back to g6 or something. Yeah. So it's still somehow a bit annoying because this knight here is a bit awkward. I can't really jump back to c6, and also I can't really defend it because then the pawn would be hanging. But maybe I can go c6 myself and then a5. I think I'll do that. So it's pretty annoying. He can go e6 somewhere. And also f4, f5 is now a threat. Yeah, what to do? Maybe I can take on c5 and then play queen e7. So now I'm attacking e5 and also attacking c5. He does have the option of taking on c6 though, which I hadn't seen in advance. Because then he's defending his rook. Yeah. I have to take back. Well, this is still better for me. But yeah, my d-pawn is a bit weak. And also it's opposite colored bishops, so... Yeah, if f3 I can move my bishop again and maybe even there, yeah? Yeah, that's a nice move. And I'm attacking his bishop now, of course. And also I'm gonna take on b3 next. At least I'm defending this pawn now with d4. I'm not losing it, so I'm still a pawn up. Let's see if I go into the ending. Yeah, this should be good for me, I think. I'm a pawn up, he can't really win back my pawn, and yeah, this should be a win. I don't really see how I'm gonna win, but I think it should be a win. He's got a lot of weaknesses here. These two pawns are weak. And also I've got a passed pawn which he can't really, well, win or exchange or anything. Well, maybe he can. He can go rook d2 next. So I should just defend it. Now I have to get my king active. That is an interesting move. So if he goes back now I can go to c4 and win this b pawn. Huh, that's a fun move. So if f6, probably rook c5 here. Yeah. So takes. That's hard to win, I guess. And he's going back to d2. I still don't really see a way for me to move forward, but I'm just making some normal moves, I guess. Oh, but now I can put my rook on e3. Now I've accomplished something. Yep. Even g4 is a threat. Well, I'll just take there. And now I'll attack this h2 pawn there. since we have a passer here on the G file now. Yeah, this is an easy win now. Yep. So let's have a look. Let's flip it. So the first time I play this a6, well, in a long time at least. And maybe I'm mixing up some moves. So the normal move here is bishop e7, which is just known. Yeah, I have to take here first. I don't know if it makes any difference actually, but maybe it does. So the engine says rook e1 there, and the difference is if he goes, whoa, one sec, I did something strange out of screen. If he goes rook e1 here, I can go knight c5 and attack this bishop here. Whereas in the game, if he goes rook e1, now he has bishop d5, maintaining the bishop, and yeah, this is pretty annoying actually. He's threatening to take on e5. And I can't really take back, so yeah, I don't really see what to do here. So yeah, my move order is wrong. I have to take here first and then play so the normal line here, d4, b5, and then we're back into the game. But he could have gained some edge here by playing rook e1. So rook e1, maybe I can go d5, but then well, I thought d3, but maybe it's not so bad. I'm getting a tell, but I'm gonna respond after. Yeah, he went d4 just to get back into the main line. And I'm pretty sure c3 here is the move, is the main move at least. I know a line like this, I guess. Then knight c5, knight bd2. I'm so bad at this. Maybe d4 here actually. I don't know. I know there are like 4 options here. c3, knight bd2, bishop e3. But what's the 4th? Maybe queen e2. But yeah, I've forgotten all of the theory. So bishop e3. Yeah, I'm probably just misplaying this opening. I don't know. Queen e2 doesn't seem like the most critical. Knight c3 is probably the most critical. But it's sort of like the game. So bishop e7 is a normal move. Rook d1, castle. Yeah, and he can play c4 here maybe. So the point is, if I take, he just takes back, and now he has this c3 square is a bit nicer for the knight. He's just pushing more to this on this d5 pawn. I don't know, knight c3. Yeah, and at first I wanted to go knight b8 here. Like I said during the game, this is the main idea of this position of playing c5. But after knight b8, knight takes b5, and I'm just losing a pawn. So knight b4 is pretty logical. Maybe I could have taken with the c pawn actually. So now I can't really play knight b4 because of a3. And also he's got an open c file, so it's somehow weird to take back with the c pawn, as the main rule is to take back towards the center, and this is away from the center. But in this case it's probably somewhat better. Maybe I can go knight a5 though, if there's not a tactical refutation. But then knight e4 still again, I don't know. Yeah, this bishop f5 move is pretty sweet to have. So I thought c3 here. But then I was just gonna take. I'll probably just take back on b4. Yeah. And now we get this c5 in probably. Well, maybe not knight d4. Because if c5, knight c6 is annoying. But we can go queen e8 here, defending this c6 and attacking this e5. Luckily enough. So I went knight c5. And then I took with the bishop. Yeah, it's good. So the engine... Yeah, the engine doesn't know. Now it says knight again. I was afraid of taking here and I didn't see any major compensation here. This d4 move, I hadn't seen this. So if take on a8, probably... just taking back, because if he takes on d4 with the queen we have rook d8. That's a nice little touch. So, just to point out, now we're winning this pawn, this piece there. Oh, at least. Well, this is just winning. So he has to go in queen c1. I don't know, it feels... well, it very much feels like a computer line, this. Because this pawn is very weak, but it seems like black is doing more than okay here. Yeah, I thought bishop takes c2 was just the better move here, since I'm just not losing a pawn. Rook d2. Yeah, and I probably have to go back to f5 because of the threat of e6. Oh, it doesn't really matter. I'd overlooked this idea, but it's not really as bad. The engine likes queen c8 here. But I was afraid of a move like rook d4. Just attacking this knight, but it can jump to a2 it seems. Yeah. Now we're even winning here, so... Yeah, this queen c8 is a good move. I can always play c6 next. Because I thought, well, the only way to defend the knight is by playing a5 and then he can take on b5 or something. But it seems like I've just missed this knight a2 idea. Queen c7. I was afraid of f4 here. Queen a7. Wow. Let's see, how is this winning? So we're voluntarily putting our queen in this bishop diagonal, and also f5 is a threat. Wow. How is this winning? Okay, so white has to do something about me attacking the knight. So probably knight f3. Opening this diagonal up as well. Yeah, this knight a2 again. I just missed this whole idea, but still, yeah, well, if the engine says it's good, it must be good, but... Yeah, I hadn't really seen that. So I took there, which is also good, I guess. Maybe, are there any other options? I don't know. I took queen e7. But here I should do something different. I should just go rook c8. Then just maintain the pawn. But still f4. Then queen e7. Because now we can always attack this pawn center with f6. And we're doing okay here. Knight f3. Yeah. And then we're just a decent pawn up. But yeah, this knight takes c6 is pretty annoying. Just defending this pawn. The engine like rook e8 for some reason, but what happens? Oh, we can just take on b2. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and this move is pretty nice. So if queen e2, for instance, we are just gonna take on b3. So he has to take on c2. Then d4. Yeah, and this pawn here is very good, queen d3. Now we just go into an ending, which should be very good for us. So we're just making some normal moves. We're just putting our pieces active. Well, rooks behind the pawns, behind the passed pawn, and then just put our king to an active square. But it's still hard to make any progress. So therefore I like this rook c8 move. Trying to get in via c4. Because he gives us the chance. Maybe you should do something else. If he's just gonna pass, like play king g2 and king f2, I'm probably gonna go rook g6, h5, take, and then f5, and then we can get our king inside somehow. But yeah, I still have to prove something then. Rook c2. Yeah, this is probably better than what I played. I allowed this rook c5. Because now if the king moves, we can just go f6 as well. And if rook c5, we can just go rook c4. Or even just take on b2. But rook c4 is a move I really like. Because he can't take. Since I'm gonna take back with the pawn, and then I'm gonna take on b4 myself. And this is just over. So rook c2. If rook d2, still rook c4. And this is just pretty much done. So rook c2 was a win here. I allowed him to get back. Rook h8. Yeah, it's also possible. So we can take on h5 and then either take on h2 or play rook h4. Because the rook is better on h4 than it is on d8. We're always winning back to its pawn, so. The engine likes f5. There must be a tactic here. King f2. Yeah, okay. It's not really a tactic, it's just, this is just winning. We not there. We have a passed pawn here, which is just winning. Because we can go g4 next and then we can create another passer. You can't really defend against this g4 idea, because if h3 for instance, we're just gonna get our king in. So yeah, I can afford to lose this pawn. But yeah, this is also pretty good. And this is a resignable position. Yeah, at first I wanted to take here, but I didn't see anything here. But there must be something. So yeah, this rook g6 seems more than enough. So if he takes her, which is I guess the most critical. This maybe, yeah, that's pretty nice. So he can't really take, since I'm gonna take with the pawn and then play f3. Then the pawns are just rolling. But if he can't really take, what can he do? Because if rook d3, this should probably mate or something. Just check and then take on b2. Yeah, it's all pretty much over. King f2 and then take there. Yeah, it's done. But instead I took there and then just moved my king around. And I like this idea. I think he has to take now. And I wasn't really sure if I was gonna take back or play king e4. Yeah, it's both good. So if h3 here, yeah, just try and get our rook in the other way. Because king d2 fills the f3. Yeah, it's all pretty much over. I was probably gonna play this king e3, king e4. This is also probably just winning, since this ending is also terrible. Just a passed pawn and 2 pawns up, so. And now this g pawn will just roll. And yeah, it's just, it doesn't really matter what he's gonna do. Also, his time is up. So yeah, pretty sweet game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys next time.